The notion that vaccines and global warming are lies used to oppress Christians is a complex and multifaceted issue. Proponents of this idea argue that these concepts are being used as tools of control, perpetuating a narrative that undermines Christian values and freedom. However, it is essential to examine the underlying facts and evidence to understand the legitimacy of these claims. Regarding vaccines, the controversy surrounding their safety and efficacy has been a long-standing debate. Some argue that vaccines are applied to control the population, citing concerns about the ingredients used in their production and the potential for adverse reactions. However, the overwhelming scientific consensus is that vaccines are a crucial component of public health, responsible for preventing the spread of infectious diseases and saving millions of lives. The World Health Organization (WHO), the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), and numerous other reputable health organizations have thoroughly researched and confirmed the safety and efficacy of vaccines. Despite this, some individuals and groups claim that vaccines are a threat to Christian values, citing biblical passages that warn against injecting foreign substances into the body. However, this interpretation is not supported by the majority of Christian denominations, which recognize the importance of vaccines in protecting public health. In fact, many Christian organizations and leaders have spoken out in support of vaccination efforts, emphasizing the importance of caring for one's body and community. The issue of global warming is also shrouded in controversy, with some arguing that it is a hoax or an exaggeration. However, the scientific consensus on this issue is clear: human activities, particularly the emission of greenhouse gases, are significantly contributing to the warming of the planet. The evidence for this is overwhelming, with rising global temperatures, melting ice caps, and increased frequency of extreme weather events all pointing to a clear trend. Some argue that the concept of global warming is being used to promote a secular, environmentalist agenda that undermines Christian values. However, this perspective neglects the fact that many Christian denominations and organizations have spoken out on the importance of environmental stewardship, recognizing the biblical mandate to care for creation. In fact, Pope Francis's encyclical on the environment, Laudato Si', explicitly links the issue of climate change to Christian teachings on justice, compassion, and care for the poor. It is also worth noting that the idea of vaccines and global warming being used to oppress Christians is often tied to broader conspiracy theories about government control and the New World Order. These theories propose that a small elite is seeking to manipulate and dominate the population, using tools like vaccination and environmental regulation to achieve their goals. However, these claims are not supported by credible evidence and are often based on outdated or discredited information. In conclusion, the notion that vaccines and global warming are lies used to oppress Christians is not supported by credible evidence. While it is true that these issues are complex and multifaceted, the scientific consensus on vaccines and climate change is clear. Christians, like people of all faiths, have a responsibility to care for their bodies, communities, and the environment. Rather than embracing conspiracy theories and misinformation, it is essential to engage with the facts and work towards promoting public health, environmental stewardship, and social justice. By doing so, we can build a more compassionate, equitable, and sustainable world that reflects the values of love, care, and respect that are at the heart of the Christian faith.